Hey, what do you want your savings and investment accounts to look like? What characteristics do you want them to have? Let's talk about it. So if we were to talk about what kind of characteristics you want your savings to have, whether it's just a long-term savings that you're doing for a rainy day fund, whether it's savings that you're saving up to make a purchase, or whether it's your retirement savings, what do you want that to look like? What kind of characteristics do you want them to have? The first one, obviously, is liquidity. Okay, you want your cash to be there when you want it to be there. Okay, now, with an IRA, like a 401k or something like that, the cash isn't necessarily there when you need it, okay? But you're doing something down the road for the future, so it serves a different purpose, right? But if you're saving money, you want your money to be liquid. You want to be able to access it, okay? So checking and savings accounts do that, right? But here's the difference. When you use the money in your checking and savings account, it's gone. It disappears. You bring that balance down. If you use private family banking for your long-term savings, that money continues to grow even if you're using it for something else, okay? You're just using that cash as collateral for the thing that you're doing. Now, what about other characteristics? Maybe you want guaranteed positive returns. You're certainly not going to get that if you're invested in the market. There's no guarantees there, right? So technically, really the only vehicles that do that are also savings and checking accounts. But do they really give you returns? Is what they give you, can you categorize that as a return? Probably not. It's not very big, right? Generally nothing like the 4 to 5 to maybe 5.5 even percent that you can get when you use private family banking, and it's much less dependent on market conditions. Okay, you also want versatility in how you can use it. So let's say you're setting aside money for college savings for your kids. Okay, you put it into a 529 plan, or let's say you're putting money aside for health-related expenses. Okay, so you have an HSA for that. Well, those are very limited in the scope of how you can use those funds. Whereas with private family banking, you can use your money for all those things. You can use it for college. You can use it for health expenses. You can use it to make a purchase that you wanted to make, whether you're saving up for a new vehicle or something like that, right? There's a lot of flexibility in how that money can be used. What about tax protection, right? Tax protection, so like a Roth IRA. Well, again, private family banking gives you that tax protection. What about protection from creditors? Or protection from, let's go back to college savings, 529 plans. Well, if you apply for financial aid, they're going to look at that and they're going to say that you're going to use X amount of dollars in that account in the first year of college. So they're going to count that against the financial aid you can get. They can't look at what money that's inside a life insurance contract, which is what we use for private family banking. So all that money that you have set aside that you can use to help fund your kids' college education, hey, they can't look at it. They don't even know it's there. And so they can't use that money against you when applying for financial aid. What about, so protection from creditors, again, safeguarded from settlements and judgments, right? So similar to what you have when you have a 401k or something like that, where they can't come after that money because it's protected. Private family banking policy is protected in the same way. What about legacy planning? Okay, you're looking at leaving something for the next generation. Okay, same thing. You can do that through private family banking. You are doing that through private family banking inherently. Okay, you're ensuring that the beneficiaries receive money that you are putting in to a policy for them, and usually they receive more, far greater amount than what you've actually put into it. Okay, listen, all these things are possible. All these characteristics are possible with one tool, and that's private family banking. Okay, so you don't have to have all these different accounts to do the different things. Let's put your money in one place. You have the flexibility, you have the versatility, you have the liquidity, you have all the characteristics you want right at your fingertips. Okay, to learn more about this, you need to reach out to me, plginsurance.com. Go to our website, plginsurance.com, or send me an email, mike@plginsurance.com. We will get in touch with you and we'll figure out how or if we can get you into one of these private family banking policies. We'll see you on the other side.